Hi, my name is Zeus Kang. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Husby.com. In this video, Husby University presents how does a traditional realtor commission work? In order to understand how realtor commissions work, it's important to know the different types of real estate brokerage models. Here are a few of the most common. Traditional brokerage model. In a traditional brokerage model, the seller pays 100% of the realtor commissions. There's a common misconception that the buyer pays the buyer's agent, but this is not true. The total real estate commission paid by the seller is typically between 5 and 6% of the sales price. This amount is then split between the brokers representing the buyer and the seller. The seller's broker determines what percentage of the total commission they will offer the buyer's broker. This is typically not up to the seller. This is problematic because if the seller's broker decides they want to keep a larger portion of the total commission, they're essentially making the property less attractive to the buyer's agent by offering a smaller fee for introducing the buyer. Furthermore, the buyer's agent may choose to show their buyers only those properties that have a higher buyer's commission. This is also called a cooperating brokerage fee. There have been recently a growing number of antitrust court cases related to this problem. Once the seller and the broker agree to the commission amount and the terms, the seller must sign a listing agreement. The listing agreement will state the total commission, the amount or percentage the listing broker agrees to pay the buyer's agent, listing start and end dates, and all listing terms and conditions. In most listing agreements, the seller must sell if the agreed price is offered by a willing and able buyer. If the seller refuses to sell when the full price offer is submitted, the listing broker may have legal rights to their commission even if the seller does not end up selling the house. For this and other reasons, it is highly recommended that the seller reads the listing contract carefully and ask any questions or address all concerns before signing. Once the closing occurs, each real estate agent then receives a split of the commission from their respective brokers. How a broker splits the commission between the agent and the company varies, although a 60-40 split with the agent receiving 60% is pretty widespread. You may also hear of 50-50 splits or 70-30 splits. Depending on the broker, the breakdown may be fixed for all transactions, or it may be tiered or graduated over time based on the agent's sales volume. These splits are subject to any broker fees. It's also important to know that most realtors in the model are not employees of the real estate company, but independent contractors. This allows the real estate companies to avoid providing certain benefits to their agents, such as health insurance or a retirement plan. The agent is left having to pay for their own health insurance and contribute towards a personal retirement account. Their income is purely commission-based. Discount brokerage model. A discount brokerage where an agent makes a salary, the total commission is usually around 4 to 5% of the sales price. Here's how it's broken down. The discount brokerage typically takes between 1 and 1.5% of the sales price as commission in most markets to list. The seller must pay a 2.5 to 3% to the buyer's agent for introducing a buyer. This leaves the seller paying a discounted fee to sell with the discount brokerage. These discount companies often entice sellers with an advertisement of 1% to sell, but often sellers are unaware that there is also a buyer's broker's fee of up to 3%. As a result, they are left paying 4 to 4.5%, not 1% that they were misleadingly thought to believe. So, as a golden rule of thumb, if it's too good to be true, it probably is, or there's more to it. Flat fee brokerage. As the name implies, a flat fee brokerage accepts a set amount of cash for their services rather than a percentage of the sales price. Typically, the broker has a fixed rate for their services. While you will likely save money on commission costs by opting for a flat rate option, you are also less likely to get the same quality services. Many flat rate brokers provide packages where you promise you sets of numbers of tasks based on these fees you're willing to pay. They won't work beyond these tasks unless you pay extra. In most cases, what you're left paying is for you to have your property listed on the MLS, which you can't do without a real estate license. iBuyers. The latest trend in real estate is for companies to offer the convenience of a quick cash sale for your property. iBuyers are companies that have the financial means to buy homes in cash. iBuyers are said to rely on similar properties in your local real estate market or comps, much as a real estate agent would in order to formulate an offer. However, often these prices are far lower than market value. Although this may seem like an enticing option, especially if you're in the need to sell quickly, these offers can often be predatory in nature. After a home is purchased by an iBuyer, in most cases these companies will do some renovation work to optimize the resale price, then list the property on the multiple listing service or MLS. Some iBuyers hire third-party real estate agents to sell their homes, while others employ their own on-staff listing agents. For this reason, the offer gets typically lower than the market value because they are looking to flip the home for a profit. As you can see, there are many variations on how people offer their real estate services with equally varied compensation methods. Some of these fee structures are difficult even for real estate professionals to understand, so naturally, they're often difficult for someone who is selling their home for the first time to comprehend as well. With Husby, sellers will never have to worry about trying to understand real estate jargon, listing contracts, legal commitments with real estate companies, or real estate commissions ever again. Husby offers the same great service of a traditional agent without the hassle and the fees associated with working with a realtor. With the help of Husby, long gone are the days of having to commit yourself or pay exorbitant fees to sell your house.